A long time ago, in a remote village far from the city, there lived a donkey. The village was backward, and very few people ever left or came there. One day, the donkey thought, "Why should I stay in this village all my life? Let me go beyond this jungle and see what lies on the other side." With this thought, he set out the next morning. The jungle was known to be dense and dangerous, but the donkey was stubborn. People in the village thought he was foolish. He never followed anyone's advice and went wherever his heart desired. Days passed, and surprisingly, the donkey managed to cross the thick jungle. When the villagers heard this, they were shocked. The donkey crossed the jungle. He must have found a beautiful life in another village. People whispered. Soon, the story spread like fire. Everyone started praising the donkey's courage and assumed he must now be living a joyful, successful life. A group of dogs overheard this and became curious. If the donkey could cross the jungle, so can we, they said. The next morning, the dogs followed the donkey's scent and walked exactly on the same path the donkey had taken. Using their strong sense of smell, they also crossed the jungle. This created excitement throughout the village. "If the dogs can do it, we can too," said the villagers. One after another, more and more villagers began following the same path. Over the years, a narrow trail turned into a regular walking route. Eventually, the government decided to build a proper road there. When the government engineers came to survey the area, the villagers suggested building the road exactly on the same trail that had been used for years. The chief engineer asked, "Why do you all prefer this path?" An old man stepped forward and said, "Because this is the easiest path we know." Asked, "Who made this path in the beginning?" "As far as I remember, it was a donkey who made this path long ago." The chief engineer was silent for a moment, then said, "I'm not surprised that a donkey made this path. I'm more surprised that humans continued walking on the path made by a donkey for generations without ever questioning it." He continued, "In fact, we have now found a much shorter and smoother route that can save you time and effort. But none of you ever looked for it." At that moment, the villagers realized their mistake. For centuries, they had blindly followed the same old, difficult path without ever trying to find a better way. They had wasted years just because no one dared to question the path made by a donkey. Many of us walk on paths that were once created by someone else, sometimes by people who didn't know better, sometimes even by fools. But instead of creating our own way, we blindly follow what everyone else is doing. Life's greatest mistake is to keep walking on a road just because it already exists. The real question is, are you walking your own path or just following the footprints of someone else? Don't blindly follow the crowd. Dare to question, explore, and create your path. Sometimes a new way can lead you to a better, faster, and more meaningful life. Sometimes one story can plant the seed of change. If this story touched your heart, help it reach someone else who might need it. Like, share, and subscribe, because maybe today you became the reason someone finds their path.